Welcome to the second part of the Hyper 7 teardown. I'm doing the middle today. This isn't very exciting because it was just mostly cleaning, so I've just done it off camera really. So here we've got the top plate and the two braces, the front and rear brace. These are all metal even though they look like plastic, which is pretty nice. They're just black. Got both the servos here, steering servo, throttle servo, they're both the same. Both of them work obviously. I've just cleaned them all up, so even the bottom of them is clean now. It didn't really take much doing, to be honest, because they weren't that dirty. That's the brake linkage in kind of a mess there, I need to sort that out. The radio box, again, pretty clean already. And there's the lid. There's a pile of screws there which I've had to take out to get both the middle off and the front end off. Just got the front end over there, I'm going to rebuild that. Here's the chassis with all the posts on. Didn't really bother to take any of the posts off because there wasn't really much point. As you can see, it is all mint now. There was a bit of dirt under the radio and the servos, a bit under the tank, a bit under the centre diff as well. You can see I've got the tank cleaned up here. It's had green fuel in it, same as the Savage. And that's just a plate that goes between the tank and the centre diff for some reason. Holds a little fuel filter, which is nice. There's the brake setup. Brakes look okay. Still got some pads left on them, so yeah, front and rear obviously. I'll need to set those up properly though, because when I was testing the brake, the rear was braking loads and the front not so much. So yeah, now I'm just going to rebuild the centre diff and then put it all back together, I guess, and reset up the brakes. Guess there wasn't really very much exciting, like I say, so let's just get on with it. Right, we're in. You can see this is a spider diff, so that's the gear side, that's the other side, and then on the bow spider diffs they have 6 gears, small gears in the middle, so you've got 2 and then 6 there, which is 8, which is why it's called a spider diff. Also the case is split, so you basically put one side on one side and one side on the other, which makes it hard to fill up with oil, because oil tries to pour out all these holes. But I'll show you the technique to put oil in this once I've got them all cleaned up. Got it all cleaned up, so what I'm going to do now is, you can see I've got the diff on the screws, and I've put the screws in the holes in the bottom, so when I pour the oil in it doesn't pour out all of the screw holes. And then you put the spider gears in, or the centre gears, and now they're in there. Then you pour your oil in on top, and basically it doesn't leak out the holes. Then you put all this bit back together and put that on top, and then as you're going round, what you want to do is you want to take one screw out, put it in, one screw out, put it in, until all of them are in, and you'll get a little bit of oil coming out of each hole, but at least it won't be like dripping out all of them. I'm going to be putting 30,000 weight, this is the centre, I'll probably put 7k in the front, and I think I've put 30k in the rear, so that should be a decent base setup to start with. But yeah, that's how you do spider diffs without making all the oil drip out. You can see it's now full. There's no oil leaking anywhere. So all I have to do now is put the top on, remove a screw, screw it in, then take another screw out and put it in till we've got all 6 in, and we're sorted. So there we go, all the screws in. You can see we've got a couple of drops of oil on the outside of the case, but all the screws are now in. So all you need to do is pretty much just leave it like this for a while, and the oil will sort of drip off itself, or if you've used really thick oil like 100,000 or 500,000, you can just wipe it off with a cloth. So yeah, there you go, that's how to sort out the spider diff on a Habao vehicle. These diffs are pretty good, they've got 6 gears in them, so they're nice and strong. The only problem is they don't hold much oil, so if you've got a very powerful or high RPM application, like a brushless system that's running on 6S, they do tend to heat up very quickly, and the oil gets a lot thinner very quickly, so you need to go with really thick oil. In the Hyper ST, I run 500,000, but because this is going in a nitro, just put 30,000 in, so that'll be fine. Anyway, so get this all back together, and then that'll probably be it for today. So there we go, there's the complete Hyper 7 middle section, all nice and cleaned up, looking pretty good now. Might take that number 5 sticker off, which was for the crystal. It was in the 27 MHz receiver. Put the aerial in as well, there we go. So yeah, that's it. It was pretty easy to do really, didn't take long at all. So I guess the final section of this teardown will be the front end, where I'll clean up these drive shafts as well as this one here, and redo that front diff as well, and then I think that'll be it. So yeah, the steering rack has bushings as well, which is interesting because obviously being supposed to be a high-end racing buggy or whatever, I'm surprised it doesn't have bearings in the steering. Anyway, we'll do the front bit another day. So that's it for this one. Goodbye.